Hey, what's happening? You're watching Toon Army TV. Breaking news coming from Newcastle United Football Club this morning. The club can officially confirm 2 new pre-season fixtures to take place at St James's Park, back-to-back on the final weekend of July. So first up, Friday night, the 29th of July, a 7:45 kickoff. Newcastle United are up against Serie side Atalanta, who finished 8th in that division last season. Atalanta are a well-known club. In recent times, they've played in the Champions League. They've got a good coach. They have players that understand the manager's philosophy, players that can really give you a game of football on the day, and they're well respected. They've travelled about and they are well supported, so it would be good to see the Atalanta fans come over on the Friday night to grace St James's Park, and it'd be good for our players to have that feeling of playing a side that are not in our division, and just to see a different style of football. And then on the Saturday, the 30th of July, Newcastle take on Athletic Club or Athletic Bilbao, who also finished 8th in the La Liga. That game will kick off at 3 p.m. unless stated otherwise. We have played Athletic Club before, but that was way back in the day. But then since then, we haven't really had a lot of European football. And with Athletic Club, very similar to Atlanta, they've grown in stature. They're very well supported. They're well coached. They have a good style of football, and they are the sort of side that have a lot of experience. They've played in the Europe's top competitions, and we know that we're going to be up against it on the Saturday afternoon. But looking at both fixtures, it's a real challenge, and that's what we need. When I seen both Atalanta and Bilbao show up on my side of things from Newcastle United Football Club, I was like, wow. The new owners are taking things seriously. Eddie Howe asked for a challenge, and he certainly got one. And it'll show how far we have come under Eddie Howe when we come up against these two calibre of opposition. Because finishing 8th, respectively, is a good thing. It's good for Newcastle that we can come up against these sort of sides to see if we can actually, bridge that gap. Because we finished 11th last season, but looking at this squad, it's capable of finishing, inside the top 10, capable of finishing 8th in the Premier League, if not 7th, that Europa Conference side. I've said this before, but we'll only find out in these 2 games. Of course, it'll be good for the fans to come up for the weekend to see, both fixtures. Fans of Newcastle from, far and wide, maybe it's down south, up Scotland, or maybe it's abroad. It's good for our, It's good for our economy, if you like, that fans can enjoy a weekend in Newcastle. It's a good thing by the club that they've done this in a way, and it's also not only beneficial for the economy, but it's good to allow other fans from around the world to come over and witness what it's like to play at St James's Park. So Athletic Bilbao and Atalanta get to experience what St James's Park is all about, our atmosphere and the city itself, and it does put us then in a good light. It promotes it out to Europe and the rest of the world. I'm delighted with these 2 pre-season friendly fixtures. I'm glad they're both at St James's Park, and it's a good thing in many ways that fans do get that opportunity to go to both games, if you like. If they can't make one of them, they'll go to the other. And it's just good. It really is. I just can't believe I'm saying that we're playing up against Atalanta and Bilbao, because previously we've had nothing to shout about. Our pre-season's been very daunting. We've had the likes of York City, we've had Rotherham, and clubs like that who have just not really given with that challenge. Okay, COVID had a lot to say last season, but you look back previously, there's not really been that challenge. The players have had nothing to really look forward to. Norwich City at home before the season kicked off. Yes, okay, a Premier League side, but it's Norwich City. You know, they're not really that challenge. I knew they'd go down at the end of that season just gone. You know, you want to do better than Norwich City at home. You know what I mean? You've got that one final game at home before the season kicks off. You've got to try and make it glamorous. It's got to be, you know, that club that can give you the challenge. And I feel like with Bilbao and Atalanta, we've got that straight away. Of course, there'll be more fixtures to come over pre-season, and tickets will be out in due course, so make sure you check the social media. It just shows where the owners are with the club right now, that they get it. They understand our fan base. They understand, you know, where we want to go. We want to challenge, you know, we want to, you know, be the club that we once were. We don't just want to accept, you know, poor opposition, whether that be in pre-season or whether that just be any time. They don't want to accept that. They want to bring excitement back to the club. They want to bring ambition back to the club. And even these small things like pre-season, it helps in many ways to get the players better, to see where they're at. Because players want to be pushed. They want to be challenged. And the manager also wants to be pushed. He wants to learn how, you know, other sides play. Because tactically over in Italy, over in Spain, they play different football to how we play in England. It's also good to see another culture come to St James's Park with, you know, the Atalanta and the Bilbao fans coming over. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be, you know, one of those memorable weekends, whatever happens. And as I said, there's so many benefits, you know, to these two fixtures. And I just can't wait for the season to start. I didn't want the previous one to end because of how well we've been doing. But you have to give the owners so much credit to get these two pre-season fixtures, you know, tied together and to get them played, you know, at St James's Park. And as said, it's good for the fans to be able to see some new players play at St James's Park, because no doubt we'll sign some players over the course of the summer. And as said, there's families and others who can't get to the games during the season because there's so high demand for tickets. There's a chance now to see Newcastle United, you know, back to back. As said, it's great, and I can't wait, you know, for the season to start. Anyway, yeah, that's it. As said, just check the social media for the up and coming fixtures at St James's Park, and for all the other pre-season games that will be taking place away from St James's Park. They'll be updated in due course. But if you found the video helpful, please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, put your comments down below what you thought about the two up and coming pre-season fixtures at St James's Park. Anyway, in the meantime, have a nice weekend, and I'll see you soon. How are the lads?